sounding that. Namaste. Good morning, children. How are you?
I'm fine, teacher.
I'm fine.
Good. Nice to hear you. Okay. So today we are going to see Two Fables by Aesop. Okay. So let us watch the first fable. Watch it carefully because I'm going to ask you some questions after watching it. Okay. So let us begin. The first fable is The Two Friends and the Bear. And second is The Town Mouse and the Country Mouse. So first is The Two Friends and the Bear, that you know well. You must have known this fable in Marathi. Let us watch it in English.
Teacher, screen नाही दिसत.
मॅडम शेअर करतायत ना. Just a minute.
Virtual Training Center, and I am Mrs. Nehal Kodambe, your English teacher from VTC. Let's begin with today's session.
Welcome to today's session. In today's session, we are going to read and learn a moral story. The title of the story is Two Fables. Okay, there are two fables, but in today's session, we are going to learn one between them. What are fables? First of all, we will try to know the meaning of this word. You can see here a cover page of a book, Aesop's Fables. So Aesop is a writer. We will know more about him. Who was Aesop and what type of fables has he written? So let's know more about it. First of all, we will try to know more about the word, meaning of the word fable. So fable is a very short story, usually with animal characters or even inanimate things that speak. What is the meaning of word fable? Is a short story. Fable is a short story, usually with animal characters. See, you on TV, you people watch many cartoon films or cartoon characters or cartoon programs. So in those programs, the animals, they do speak, right? So fables is also like them, a short story, usually with animal characters or even inanimate things that can speak. And a fable usually ends with a message or a moral. This is very important thing. A fable usually ends with a message or a moral. Through these stories, we always learn some of the other things. It tells you about the ways of the world and how one should behave in society. Through animal characters, this fable guides us how to live or different ways of the living in this world and how one should behave in society with the people in society, the people around us. So that is a short message is given to us by this fable. फेबल ह्या अशा टाईपच्या गोष्टी असतात की ज्याच्यामध्ये प्रॉबेबली ॲनिमल कॅरेक्टर्सचा वापर केला जातो. ॲनिमल कॅरेक्टर्स बोलतात एकमेकांशी आणि या फेबल्समधून आपल्याला काहीतरी संदेश दिला जातो. आपण मॉरल स्टोरी म्हणतो की नाही, त्याच्यातून आपण काहीतरी शिकत असतो. अशा गोष्टींना फेबल असं म्हटलं जातं. See here, the classic treasure of Aesop's fables. There is a cover page of a book, specially I have brought it for you because in today's session, the story which we are going to learn is written by the Aesop. These two fables came from Aesop, the famous Greek storyteller. Aesop was the Greek storyteller and his stories were told and retold in many countries according to their own local conditions. This is also a very important sentence. His stories were told and retold in many countries according to their own local conditions. They were being adapted as per their own local countries or their own traditions, their own local conditions. Here the story of the two friends and a bear is retold in English style. Okay, so there are two stories. One story is about two friends and a bear. There are two stories. Between them we are going to learn the first one in today's session and the next one in next session. So you can see here the statue of Aesop. So who was Aesop? Aesop's fable or the Aesopica is a collection of fables credited to Aesop. He was a slave and a storyteller, as we have learned earlier, believed to have lived in ancient Greece between 620 or 620 and 564 BC. So Aesop was the storyteller and he was a slave too. And his stories are very famous all over the world and they are told and retold as per their language, as per the tradition, as per the condition of that particular country. And he was from Greece and it is believed that he has lived in ancient Greece between 620 and 564 BC. Okay, so you can see here the statue of the Aesop and his fables are very famous throughout the world. So with today's story, the title of the story is The Two Friends and the Bear. Now you must have read this story, you must have heard this story, you must have gone through this story. So again we are going to listen, read and learn this story in today's session. Let's begin with the story. Once upon a time, two friends were traveling together through a wood. Wood means jungle, forest. You can see here. Once upon a time, two friends, note that word, they were friends. Two friends were traveling together through a wood. Now, while traveling, what happened? As they the forest, it is but natural they will come across to some forest animals, and that happened. You can see there is a bear in the picture. When suddenly they came across a bear, a huge bear. You can see there. While they were traveling together through the wood, they suddenly came across a bear. They saw a huge bear were coming towards them. And as soon as the bear saw these two travelers, what did he do? You can see here, the bear saw the travelers and rushed out upon them. When the bear saw these travelers and he rushed out upon them, rushed out, he moved forward towards them. Then what happened? You can see here how dreadful that bear is, and he is looking at those two travelers. Naturally, they got scared. When traveling through the forest, if any beast will come in front of you, it is but natural that we will get scared. So same thing happened with them. And then what did they do? One of the travelers was good at climbing trees. You can see in the picture. One of the traveler, between them two, one of the traveler was good at climbing trees. He could climb trees as fast as he could. So what did he do? You can see here in the picture, without waiting for his friend, he caught hold of the branch of a nearby tree and hid himself among the leaves. You can see here in the picture that he didn't thought about his friend, and without waiting for his friend, he caught hold of the branch of a nearby tree. He climbed up a tree and he hid himself among the leaves. Hid, that is the past tense of hide. Without waiting for his friend, he caught hold of the branch of a nearby tree and hid himself among the leaves. He was so selfish. He didn't think what his friend will do. Though they were friends, he didn't think about his friend and he thought of his own self, and he climbed up a tree and he hid himself among the leaves. Now, what did that other one do? Seen that one friend, he could climb well, so he climbed as fast as he can and hid himself among the leaves. But the other one, poor guy, he did not know how to climb the tree, so he did not know what to do. He had heard that bears do not bother with dead animals, but one thing was there, well, he was quite clever, and sometimes he had heard that bears do not bother with dead animals. एकाला ज्याला छानपैकी झाडावर चढता येत होतं तो चढून बसून गेला वर. त्याने आपल्या मित्राचा विचार पण नाही केला, आपल्या मित्राला झाडावर चढता येत नाही, तो काय करेल. पण जो दुसरा होता, आता त्याला मात्र आपला जीव वाचवायचा होता. बट ही डिड नॉट नो व्हॉट टू डू. त्याला पटकन कळलं नाही आपण काय करावं. बट वन्स ही हॅड हर्ड दॅट बेअर्स डू नॉट बॉदर विथ डेड ॲनिमल्स. त्यांनी हे ऐकलेलं होतं की बेअर्स जे असतात ते कधी मेलेल्या माणसांना खात नाहीत किंवा टच करत नाहीत किंवा त्यांना त्यांची ते फारशी काही दखल घेत नाहीत. He had heard that bears do not bother with dead animals. So suddenly, when that thought came in his mind, then what did he do? So what did he do? He threw himself flat down upon the ground with his face in the dust. He suddenly remembered that once he had heard that bears, they do not bother about the dead animals. So he threw himself flat down upon the ground with his face in the dust. You can see here. And then what happened? The bear coming up to him put its muzzle close to his ear and sniffed and sniffed. That bear came near to him, close to him, and it put its muzzle close to his ear. The man was lying on the ground, and it sniffed and sniffed. That bear came near to that man who was lying on the ground and put its muzzle, the face, the part of the face of an animal. It put its muzzle close to his ear and at last, with a growl, it shook its head and slogged off.
काय
See here. Then the fellow in the tree came down to his comrade. Comrade means his friend, his companion. And he started laughing. And what did he say? He said, "What was it that Master Bruin whispered to you?" Master Bruin means Mr. Bear. We can say bear. Okay. So Master Bruin is Mr. Bear in that local language, in local English. So what was it that Master Bruin whispered to you? He asked him, what did that brown bear whispered in your ear? What did it tell you? Who asked the man who was sitting on the tree, who tried to escape from the bear's snatch and who never thought about his friend. And he thought he was so selfish that he thought of himself and he went away and hid behind the leaves of the trees. So then when he saw that the bear has gone, then he climbed down and he asked his friend that what did he say? What did it whisper to you? तुझ्या कानात त्याने काय सांगितलं? Then what did that man said? The other man was lying on the ground. What did his answer? Just read his answer. Said, he told me, said the other. He means bear. What that other person said? He told me. What did he tell? Never trust a friend who deserts you at a pinch. That bear has whispered in my ear. What did that bear whisper in my ear? Never trust a friend who deserts you at a pinch. You should never trust a friend who leaves you in a critical condition or in critical situation, in an emergency. Instead of helping you, your friend left you alone. He climbed up on a tree and he tried to save his own life. So you should never trust a friend who deserts you at a pinch. Who deserts you means who leaves you in a critical situation, in critical condition, when you need the help of your friend. Instead of helping, he went away and he just thought about himself. So take a lesson from this story that bear has told me, never trust a friend who deserts you at a pain. So whenever you will be friendly with someone else or anybody, you should try to judge that fellow. How's the nature of that man? How's the nature of that boy or a girl? Whether he is trustworthy, and then only you should be friendly with that boy, girl, or that person. तो म्हणाला, त्याने माझ्या कानात असं सांगितलं की अशा माणसावर कधी विश्वास ठेवू नका की जो तुम्हाला मदतीच्या वेळेला, प्रसंगाच्या वेळेला, अडचणीच्या वेळेला तुमची हाक न ऐकता, तुम्हाला मदत न करता फक्त स्वतःचा विचार करतो. अशा माणसावर कधीही विश्वास ठेवू नका. नेवर ट्रस्ट अ फ्रेंड हू डेझर्ट्स यू ॲट अ पिंच, who leaves you and who runs away instead of helping you. So that was what he whispered in my ears. So that was the story of two friends and the bear. Let's learn new words from this story. That is the glossary. Glossary means alphabetically we will see the words and its meaning. So, bruin is an English folk term for brown bear. Master bruin. Okay, means bear. Comrade, friend or companion. Comrade. Muzzle, as I told you earlier, the projecting part of the face of an animal. Wood, forest. Here wood means forest or jungle. Okay. Wood means not only the wood, but here it is forest or jungle. Some there are phrases. To sniff means to inhale through the nose. The bear sniffed and sniffed. Okay. To rush upon means to move forward. The bear rushed upon them when he saw the travelers. To desert, to leave behind. To desert in a pinch means to leave behind. And the next word, at a pinch, in an emergency or when you need the help of your friend. So these are some new words and phrases. You can read and reread and you can try to know more new words meaning from this story. So there are some activities I have brought it for you. Just read them one by one. First question you will try to answer after watching the video is that, did the bear really whisper to the traveler? Did the bear really whisper to the traveler? Yes or no? What did you think about this? You can write it in your own words. Did the bear really whisper to the traveler?
Yes.
Next question. What is the moral of the story? You have to write here the moral of the story. ह्या गोष्टीमधून तुम्हाला काय शिकायला मिळालं? What is the moral of the story? And the next question is, use the phrases in your own sentences. You can frame your own sentences with using the phrases. I have shown you some phrases with their meanings. Okay, you watch this video, you rewatch it, you watch it again and again. Story is very simple. You know this story. You read the story from the book also, and then you watch this video again and again. You find out the new words, then you find out the meanings of those words. You read the phrases which I have shown you in the previous slide. Then you read the meaning of those phrases and try to frame your own sentences with the help of those phrases. Okay, so this was the story which is written by Aesop. Between those two fables we have learned, we have read one fable in today's session. We will be reading the next story in next session. So you keep watching the video and do these activities. Okay, so see you in next session.
Okay, that's all. Now we are going to discuss about the questions. Are you ready, children?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Yes, teacher.
So the first question was asked. Continue with it. This is. एक चांगला आपल्याला त्या मॅडमचा एवढा छान व्हिडिओ असतो आणि म्हणून मग मी तो तुम्हाला दाखवते. एक छान स्टोरी आहे त्यांचा. पेज द वे शी गोज दॅट इज ऑल्सो व्हेरी good for you. She is not going fast, she is not going that slow, but she is taking a pace that is really adjustable for you. Again, she on the request she started explaining in Marathi. So what I want, whatever our teachers are doing for you, please be benefited, take the advantages. This is not the right thing to do. Okay, so move on now. We are going to discuss about the question. So first question I was asked, that was, did the bear really whisper to the traveler? So there were two travelers in the story, and as you learn that they two were friends and they were walking through the jungle or wood. So when the incident happened that is narrated in the story, and at the end the second friend who was there up on the tree asked the question, what did the bruin whisper in your ear? And then the second person answered. So do you really think that the bear whispered in the ears of the second traveler? What is your opinion?
No.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay, why not?
No.
Why not? Why do you think that he did not whisper? Why? Whisper means murmur, to say, mumble in a very low voice. That is called whisper. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Who said yes? See, both
Isha.
the ways, Isha, both the ways you have to justify your answer. If you are saying yes, you have to justify it with the reason. If you say no, again you have to justify or support your answer with the reason. So if you are saying yes, Isha, why do you feel so? का बरं तुला असं वाटतं त्याने त्याच्या कानात काहीतरी कुजबुजला असणार तो? सांग.
Yes, ma'am. Because one his second friend is asking what.
Okay, okay.
He said what was it that Master Brain whispered to you? So the second friend said, never trust a friend who desert you at a pinch.
Okay, good. Who said no? Good. We will discuss on this same. Okay, just little we have to wait. Okay, the students who said no. Now it is their turn to justify. Who said no? कोण बोललं होतं नो? त्यांनी पण सांगायचं की का नो, त्याला का नो होतं. संजीवनी.
टीचर.
हा हा बोल ना.
टीचर मराठीत सांग.
चालेल 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 चालेल.
कारण टीचर मला वाटतंय की त्यानं काहीच कानात नाही म्हटलं.
का बरं काहीच नसेल म्हटलं?
कारण प्राणी बोलू शकत नाही.
Very good, very good. See, this is what Aesop tried to say or convey the message through the so as earlier it was narrated, it was said in the preface that the stories or the fables narrated by Aesop, it is the message in the story is given through animals or even inanimated things. Inanimated things means the things which are not animals, which are not living things. Even trees are living things, but they can't move, they can't speak. So here in the stories, all the fables are like they are around the animals or inanimated things, but like we speak, they also speak. That is assumed, that is personified, and it is said. So even though we have pets, they don't speak. If we do have a parrot, we just teach him some words and he says those words, but we cannot communicate. See, we cannot discuss. मी आता काय बोलले तर त्याचं पुढचं उत्तर तो देईल का? नाही. तुम्हाला माहिती आता रोबोट आहे ना, ती त्या रोबोटला बनवलं बघा, आणि मग रोबोट तुमच्या क्वेश्चनची आन्सर देत होती. आता ते थोडे ऍडव्हान्स होत आहे की रोबोट आपल्या आपल्या मनाने, म्हणजे त्याला जी काही मेमरी आपण फीड केलेली असते ना, त्याने ते स्वतः ठरवेल की काय बोलायचं आणि बोलेल. पण तरी पण त्याच्यामध्ये आपल्यासारख्या फिलिंग्स नाही आहेत. तुम्ही त्या फिक्शन मध्ये बघितलं असेल मूवी मध्ये की त्यांना पण आपल्यासारख्या म्हणजे भावना येतात, पण नाही येत तसं. म्हणजे आपण एवढे शोध लावून सुद्धा आपण एखाद्या इनएनिमेट थिंग्स मध्ये भावना नाही टाकू शकलो. लँग्वेज दे कॅनॉट डेव्हलप ऑन देअर ओन. We have to feed them in the computer or robot. And here that was too early. It is said that the era was 620, between 620 and 564. See, here we count backwards. आता तुम्ही जेव्हा आपण जन्मलो ना, सगळे 19th सेंचुरी मध्ये जन्मलो, पण आपण पुढे चाललो 20th इथे, राईट. आपण 19 आपली बर्थडे लिहिताना लिहितो ना. हा म्हणजे आणि आपण जेव्हा पुढे पुढे जातो तेव्हा आपल्या आता साल आलं 2000 आलं ना, बरोबर ना. सो वी काउंट फॉरवर्ड. But when we talk about the era where the counting was not started, so it is said that BCE, before Common Era. Common Era means the calendar we are using to calculate our days, that is Gregorian calendar. So when it was not started, and this is the calendar that most of the world use or prefer. So that is a worldwide use calendar, the calendar one which we use. आपण आपल्या धर्माचं कॅलेंडर नाही म्हणत मी, पण आपल्याकडे जे काही कॅलेंडर असतं, आपलं 1 जानेवारीला नवीन वर्ष सुरू होतं आणि ते संपतं 31 डिसेंबरला. सो दॅट इज द ग्रेगरियन कॅलेंडर. सो दॅट वॉज एरा. आता बघा 2000 चालू आहे, 2021. सो इट इज बिफोर 2021 years. So you have to go back. And again, how long you will go back? That is 564 when he was dead, and then back to his life when he took birth. So that was, again, it is assumed because that time we were not keeping record. So it is not as authentic, but it is like thought that, or it is seen like that. The era was BCE between 620 to 564. So now, can you tell me that in those days the things can happen? Even now, we cannot ask or cannot teach animals to speak. आपण थोडंफार प्रयत्न करून त्यांना शिकवतो, त्यांना आपण डोमेस्टिकेट करतो, त्यांना आपण ट्रेनिंग देतो, पण ते आता तरीही एवढं नाही करू शकत आपण, आणि करू शकणार पण नाही. बिकॉज अवर
टीचर ते बिअर बुजलेच नाही कानात, पण त्याने ते करण्यासाठी तसा बोलला की बिअर मला बोलले की अडचणीच्या काळात तुला सोडून जाणाऱ्या मित्रांवर विश्वास ठेवू नको.
व्हेरी गुड. ईशा, कळलं तुला आता? ईशा,
हो टीचर.
okay, very good. So this is what the moral of the story Aesop wants to convey, but that is not directly given. Okay. Good. We are back. Now the next question. What is the moral of the story? What is the moral of the story? Moral means the message. So what is the moral of the story? And moral of the story always you find at the end of the story. So at the end,
Never trust a friend who desert at you at a pinch.
who deserts, desert. The desert म्हणजे तुम्हाला माहिती की वाळवंट. Here desert meaning here it is a verb. See, in English what happens, some words are there, they work as a noun as well as verb. So here the word desert plays a role of verb over here. So when it is said that you are deserted, means you are leaved, you are left alone. Leaved, Leaved, तुला कोणीतरी सोडून दिलंय. So desert means leave. Not live, leave. Leave, Live, and leave, Leave. म्हणजे सोडून देणे. आणि कधी सोडून देणे? At a pinch. That is a phrase. Okay. So at a pinch means in an emergency, in a trouble, when you require help, when you are facing something like you are facing hardship, you are in trouble, and you are in a necessity of help. So अडचणीच्या वेळेला त्याला म्हणतात at a pinch. आता दुसरा पिंचचा शब्द काय आपण म्हणतो ना, जेव्हा रेसिपी बनवतात ना, अ पिंच ऑफ सॉल्ट, म्हणजे एवढ्या चिमटीमध्ये बसेल ना तेवढं मीठ, अ पिंच ऑफ सॉल्ट त्याला म्हणतात. किंवा तुम्हाला सोडा टाकायचा असेल तर अ पिंच ऑफ सोडा, तो कोणता सोडा असेल तो, म्हणजे सोडियम कार्बोनेट किंवा काय तो असतो ना तुमचा, बेकिंग पावडर, अ पिंच ऑफ बेकिंग पावडर. तर पिंच म्हणजे एवढ्या चिमटीत बसेल ना एवढं, तर चिमूटभरला पण पिंच शब्द आहे. आणि इथे पिंचचा अर्थ काय, ऍट अ पिंच म्हणजे अडचणीच्या वेळेला. आणि दुसरा पण पिंचचा अर्थ आहे चिमटा काढणे. आपण चिमटा काढतो ना त्याला पण म्हणतो पिंच. पिंच तुम्हाला माहितीये, आपण सेम कलरचे कपडे घातले की एकमेकांना असा चिमटा काढतो आणि म्हणतो सेम पिंच, माहितीये ना.
हो टीचर.
तिथे पिंच, हा,
हो
तिथे
टीचर.
पिंचचा अर्थ आहे चिमटा काढणे. आणि जर का तुम्ही म्हटलं दॅट इज पिंचिंग मी, म्हणजे मला सारखी ती एक गोष्ट छळते, म्हणजे मला सारखं त्याचं दुःख होते किंवा सल आहे. म्हणजे एकच शब्द आहे बघा, किती वेगवेगळ्या कॉन्टेक्स्ट मध्ये वापरला की त्याचा किती वेगवेगळा अर्थ आहे. कळलं. तुम्ही चिमटा काढता ना मैत्रिणींना पिंच, शी इज पिंचिंग मी. आणि जर तुम्ही असं म्हणाला सेम पिंच, तो तुमचा हलकासा चिमटा काढलेला. हा, म्हणजे त्याला तुम्ही असं काही ओरडणार वगैरे नाही की सेम सेम कलरचे ड्रेस घातले म्हणून. ओके. आणि हिअर ऍट अ पिंच मीन्स इन अ ट्रबलसम कंडिशन, द कंडिशन विच इज नॉट फेवरेबल बट यू आर फेसिंग हार्डशिप, you are in a great trouble, or you are in a danger. So that is at a pinch. Okay. Now use the phrases. Now I already used the phrase in many sentences. So here your task is you have to use the phrases in your own sentences. Now, once you go through the video again or once you read the story, you will come to know how the phrase is used in what context. See, context is different, then the meaning would be different. So even though you are using the same phrase, but the context is different, you are totally going to change the meaning of it. So here what you will do, you have to follow the same phrase for the same context. Only it will be your own sentence, your own context. कळलं. म्हणजे त्याचा जो अर्थ होतो इथे, अर्थ काय होतो, ऍट पिनचा अडचण. म्हणजे तुम्ही जे सेंटेन्स वापरणार त्याच्यामध्ये पण अडचणच दिसायला पाहिजे, तिथे चिमटे नाही दिसायला पाहिजे. कळलं. हा, असं तुम्ही तो अर्थ लक्षात घ्यायचा, तोच संदर्भ लक्षात घ्यायचा, त्याच्यानुसार संदर्भ तुम्ही बदलायचा, पण त्याचा अर्थ आणि त्याच्यामध्ये दिलेल्या संदर्भाचा अर्थ, त्यांचं जे काही एकमेकांशी आहे ना असिस्टन्स आहे ते तुम्ही बदलायचं नाही. ओके. आता अजून तुम्हाला काही गोष्टीत समजलं नाही असं आहे का काही?
नाही टीचर.
ओके, एक मिनिट, मी जरा माझी स्क्रीन शेअर करते. मला बॅक द्यायला लागेल. Here are some words. So, fabulist, a person who composes, means writes or relate fables. So, fabulist, that is the term used for the person who composes, means write, as well as a person who does not write but relates, means connects fables. Okay. So while talking, he gives you example more often and relating the things to the or incidents to fables. So that is also called a fabulist. Okay. म्हणजे एखादा माणूस लिहितो नीती कथा, आपल्याला इसापच्या कथा आहेत ना, मराठीमध्ये त्या पुस्तकाचं नाव आहे इसाप नीती. आणि तुम्हाला भरपूर पुस्तकं मिळतील अशी इसाप नीतीचे भरपूर व्हॉल्युम्स असतील. हा, तर त्या इसापला म्हणून ग्रीक फॅब्युलिस्ट म्हणतात. ग्रीक फॅब्युलिस्ट म्हणजे तो ग्रीकचा नागरिक होता म्हणून. ओके, ग्रीसचा नागरिक होता म्हणून ग्रीक फॅब्युलिस्ट. आणि जो माणूस लिहित नाही पण जो सांगतो किंवा असं बोलताना कनेक्ट करतो, म्हणजे संदर्भ देतो, त्याला सुद्धा फॅब्युलिस्ट असे टर्म आहे. नाउ ग्राउल. सी, ग्राउल मीन्स अ लो गटरल साऊंड. गटरल मीन्स हिअर थ्रोट, आपला थ्रोट आहे ना त्याला, म्हणजे ह्या टर्म आहेत या वोकलशी संबंधित आहेत. म्हणजे आपण बोलताना कशाचा वापर करतो, जसं तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, वी यूज अवर थ्रोट, अवर टंग, टीथ टू स्पीक. So here it is called a guttural. So it is guttural. So throaty sound made in the throat by a dog or other animal. आता याला मराठीमध्ये आपण गुरगुरणे असं म्हणतो, जो आवाज फक्त घशातच येतो ना, हा, दॅट इज कॉल्ड अ ग्राउल. नाउ ग्राउल दॅट इज ऑलवेज अन ॲनिमल साऊंड. बाकी कोणत्या व्यक्तीचा आपण आपल्याला असं स्वतःला ग्राउलिंग म्हणणार नाही, पण ॲनिमल्सचे जे साऊंड असतात त्याला, पक्ष्यांचा नाही. हा. नाउ सी हिअर द टर्म inanimate, not alive. Lifeless means dead. Things like stone, okay, or other natural things like mountains or river. So आपण म्हणतो की नदीला जीवन असतं, जिवंतपणा असतो का, कारण नदीतलं पाणी सारखं वाहत असतं. पण इथे आपण जे टर्म वापरतो ना, दॅट इज इनएनिमेट, म्हणजे द थिंग्स विच आर अलाइव्ह, ज्याच्यामध्ये जीवन आहे, चैतन्य आहे. Other things are lifeless, that is called inanimate. Lay. Now lay means, बघा, lay म्हणजे ठेवणे, but its meaning is to put something, especially a flat or horizontal position. Horizontal means like this. This is vertical, this is horizontal. Okay, so this is called also flat. Flat on the earth, okay, on the ground. Usually carefully or for any purpose. So here the connection is with the boy, the friend or a traveler who lay himself flat. त्याने त्याला स्वतःला आडवं झोपवलं, म्हणजे तो पटकन नाही पडला, शांतपणे पडला, बिकॉज ही वॉज टेकिंग केअर ऑफ हिमसेल्फ टू बी फ्लॅटन ऑन द अर्थ और द ग्राउंड व्हेरी केअरफुली, बिकॉज देर वॉज डस्ट ऑल ओव्हर. माती होती सगळीकडे, धूळ वगैरे, पण तरी पण त्याने काय केलं, त्याला जर जीव वाचवायचा आहे तर त्याला काहीतरी करायला पाहिजे, सोंग, आणि त्याने जमिनीवर मेल्याचं सोंग केलं. सो ही हॅड टू पुट हिमसेल्फ, lay himself flat down on the earth, facing his face down, that is flat down. त्याचा फेस खाली होता ना, आणि मग तो तसा आडवा पडला. ओके, केअरफुली विथ अ पर्पज. पर्पज म्हणजे कोणता पर्पज होता इथे, की त्याला असं दाखवायचं होतं की मी मेलोय. तो झोपला होता, आपण त्याला दाखवायचं तो मेलो. सो द पर्पज वॉज देअर टू सेव्ह oneself, save himself from that bear. Now slouch. Slouch means walked away. This is slouch means this is a past tense. Okay, the present tense or the base verb is SLOUCH. It means you can say sit, walk or move. See, all for all this. You can sit, walk or move, but in a lazy manner. In a lazy manner. So if you have observed bear, that is called that is very lazy. आपण त्याला म्हणतो, पण तो हुशार पण असतो. हा, तर लेझी टर्म त्याच्याबद्दल वापरली जाते. सो स्लाउच मीन्स वॉक अवे विथ हिज शोल्डर्स बेंट फॉरवर्ड. सो वेन यू आर रेफरिंग दिस वर्ड, always think that somebody is sitting, walking or moving in a manner like that, like say, dropping ourselves, like dropping our body, like bending forward, म्हणजे आपण असं म्हणतो ना, मरगळल्यासारखं चालणं. Otherwise we should like walk straight, sit straight, but if it is in a lazy manner, it is like this. कळतं तुम्हाला, असं बसणं, पोक काढून, किंवा सो अवर बॉडी इज लाईक ड्रूपिंग, आपण पुढे झुकत असतो ना, हा, तर त्याला म्हणतात की स्लाउच. सडनली. सी, दिस इज अ वर्ड आय हॅव टेकन हिअर इंटेन्शनली. मी हा वर्ड इथे मुद्दाम घेतला, का माहितीये, आपण म्हणतो की सडनली असं झालं, सडनली तसं झालं, पण सडनलीला आपल्याला एकदम वर्ड्स अजून जास्त आठवत नाहीत. सो इफ यू हॅव टू से दॅट इट हॅपन सडनली, you can say all of a sudden it started raining. See, instead of using the same word again and again, please try to go for a variety. So you will able to use many words like all of a sudden or quickly. And suddenly means always it is unexpected. So quickly and unexpectedly, instantly, instantly, अचानक, कोणालाही अपेक्षा नसताना. So for suddenly you have here 3 words, so you can use it all. And here it is the last word, whisper. Speak very softly using one's breath rather than one's throat. Now see, we speak with our mouth and then we speak with our throat. But when it is said you are whispering, you are just using. मी काय बोलले तुम्हाला ऐकायलाच नसेल आलं आता. सो वी आर युझिंग अवर ब्रेथ. आपण आपला फक्त श्वास वापरतो, एवढा घशाचा वापर करतच नाही. त्यामुळे आपल्या घशातून इतक्या जोरात ते शब्द बाहेर फेकले जातात ना, त्याचं प्रोजेक्शन होतं. ते प्रोजेक्शन होत नाही, आपण खूप सॉफ्टली बोलतो. सो विस्पर मीन्स स्पीक व्हेरी सॉफ्टली युझिंग वन्स breath rather than one's throat, especially when you are saying something like secret things, secrecy, murmur, mutter or mumble. हा, म्हणजे आपण जे बोलतो ना ते फक्त आपल्याला, ज्याच्याशी बोलतो त्याला, बस या दोघांनाच ऐकायला येतं. त्यांच्या बाजूला कोणी बसलं असेल ना तर त्याला सुद्धा ऐकायला येत नाही. हा, असं त्याचा अर्थ आहे. जसं आपण एकमेकांबद्दल बोलताना बघा चुगल्या वगैरे सांगतो, तेव्हा मी काय सांगते ते तिला ऐकायला नाही जायला पाहिजे, असं आपण एकदम, मग तेव्हा जे कुजबुजतो ना, दॅट इज whispering. Okay, so this is all for today. अजून काय आहे आपल्याला शंका याच्यामध्ये? मला असं वाटतं नसावी.
नाही बाई.
Night teacher.
Thank you so much. This is about our first fable. Means 2 fables were there, and this is all about our first fable. हा मॅडम,